Hey everybody, welcome to Black Link Magazine. My name is Marva B. I am the CEO and founder, and we are everywhere. Go out and get your publication. You can go to blacklinkmag.com and find out where to get it. We are so excited because we have one of our writers with us tonight. We're just gonna get to know him a little bit better. Will, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell the world who you are and what you
My name is William Gregory. I go by official Will. Multifaceted person. I'm a media manager, class administrator, marketer, contributing writer, like in that magazine and a few other places as well. I'm a jack of all trades.
Listen, he's busy, okay? He's booked and busy. So thank you for coming and, joining me tonight for this interview. And it's special to me because
Yeah,
you have been a contributor for Black Link Magazine, and I'm just excited to have one of y'all come and do an interview with me. So
I'm
let's
excited
just
to be here too.
yeah, thank you. Let's just jump right in and let's just talk about let's talk about first of all you growing up in Detroit and what life was like, and then like your goals like when you were younger. Did you think that where you are today that you would be there? Did you ever have these thoughts?
So yeah, from Detroit, Michigan. Really the heart of Detroit, I would say, on the west side, on Dexter, Linwood neighborhood. Um, Growing up in Detroit is a great learning experience. It could be good, it could be bad for you, depending on how you go about it. The people you keep around you, the goals you have in your mind, like you say. When I was growing up, of course, we had a very bad murder rate during when I was growing up. Uh, Crime rate was high, basically, and then schools were being attacked. They were trying to close most of our schools and move charter schools into the city. Um, but a lot of us that graduated in 2018 actually kept a focus of actually graduating, and we actually had a high rate of Detroit students that it was actually a record of students from the city that went to college after graduated from high school. Um, so I would really say it's all about how how I really just adapted to my environment in order to survive and then make it to the next part of my secondary education, where I went to Norfolk State University once I got done, the high school here in Detroit.
Man, that is amazing. Will, listen, like it's not a lot of young men like you, right? They get caught up in their environment and that's
Yeah,
all they know. So that's what a lot of them blame it on is this is all I know. So this is what
yeah,
I maybe that's all they were taught. That's all they had. So nothing against that, but just kudos to you for staying focused and really being adamant to your whole class that graduated that did that, right? Because
yeah,
look at statistics about young Black men, it's not a lot of y'all doing that
at all. Yeah,
at
definitely.
all. And I wish it was different, but it's the reality of it.
Yeah, and I even see a lot of people that are stuck in my neighborhood. A lot of people are progressing, younger, older.
Yeah.
That's why I do my best to try and help people. Like right now, I'm at work for the Detroit Training Center.
Oh,
We help people who have companies, like CDLs, masonry, building, and whatnot. This program helps them get like their websites, their logos,
oh,
everything that's needed for them to be an actual business. And now currently waiting to be uh, be a part of my other role where I would, recruit people to be a part of SCR Metro Detroit. It helps people who haven't graduated high school get their education, basically their GED, and then they can get a trade towards the end as well.
no, I didn't know that. I knew that it was. I'm very spiritual, and I do believe in God. But I knew it was a good thing that we connected. But I
Of
didn't know it
course,
was doing all of that.
I try my best.
And you do, and you stay committed, and so I just commend you and I thank you for being in your community and helping people, because that's at the end of the day, whatever we have that we can help somebody be better than they were yesterday, that's what I think we all should be doing. And
Of
so
course.
goes to you. So you're doing that now, but I mean, let's talk about everything else that you're doing. if you want to talk about, because you are contributing, you not just you were with Black Link Magazine, but other magazines as
Of
well.
course. So yeah, I released well, I helped with the release of three other magazine releases with historically Black since. It's a HBCU focused
Wow.
media page, basically a media company, I should say. While I was a contributing writer there for about a year and a half, I wrote on three Grammy Award winning bodies: Tennessee State University's Aristocrat of Bands, Professor Jenkins, and Sir the Baptist. Yeah, for their Grammy Award winning album, The Urban Hymnal. Um, I wrote on Double A. Well, of course, Double A was a part of the Grammy Award winning as well. Um, I wrote on DJ Scream. He's a very popular, I should say, of course, he is a DJ, but he's done a few other things in the music industry as well. Things like 1,000 grams, Jeezy, I believe. So his album, things with a few major names in the music industry for sure, for sure. Amigos, Gucci
Wow.
Man,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, a
yeah.
few other
Yeah.
people.
Big names.
uh,
Big names.
yeah, you know,
Can you explain to me, Will, like, did you ever struggle? Like, were you ever like on the fence, being that you're in the heart of Detroit, right? And
yeah,
all this is going on around you. Was it difficult, to not get pulled in? Like, did you have to fight to get where you were? And I know you have to stay focused, right? But it's
of
so easy
course,
because you're peers, right?
yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
It was a challenge. It's still a challenge to this day. Making sure that you choose the right people to be around and to keep the right company around you. Sometimes it's forced on you though, when you're younger, your adolescence. So of
Yeah,
course, yeah, I had to definitely of course, well, I went to one of the best high schools we have in Michigan, Cass Tech. And then due to the crowd I wanted to be around, I eventually was kicked out of Cass Tech.
yeah,
And I had to go to school in the neighborhood right up the street from me in the Dexter neighborhood. So it was definitely more so um, I had to put more pressure on making sure that I graduate, making sure that I stay in school, and making sure
yeah,
that I focus. Because at the time when I was going to Northwestern, which is now Detroit Collegiate Preparatory High School now, it was the last of a dying breed of high school there. Like it was basically run like um, I basically a failing high school.
yeah,
Basically a
yeah,
high school that people will start give up on you. It's a step before going to like a alternative school, I should say. Um, and then I ended up, transferring to Mumford High School where I graduated, and before I went to Norfolk State University. But I did have to focus, and
yeah.
isolate myself sometimes a lot for real.
Yeah. It's tough. I just see it. I mean, it's everywhere, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it's worse in some places than it is others, but it's everywhere. And it's just when I don't know, I won't stay on this, but
Yeah,
it's just amazing that where you come from and where you are today, that you were able to do that. So kudos to your parents for,
yeah, definitely. Shout out to them for
for,
sure.
for being with you, and focusing, helping you focus, because
Yeah,
we do need our support. So kudos to your parents for that. So when you what is the best advice that you would give someone if they would come to you, Will, and say, I'm tired of living like this, but I'm scared. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to do. What is the best advice that you would give them?
I will always say that sometimes you just got to be thrown into the wild with it. Like, well, so I had at one point in time, my mother was like, I had to move out basically when I was 19. So I moved down to Norfolk out of the blue, and somehow I made it work. Sometimes a grown person or somebody who wants to make it in their field, they have to do it no matter how they feel, especially if it's a passion that's close to their heart. Like even with my passion, I started fresh out of the gate in high school. Well, my freshman year of college. And I thought to myself plenty of times, like, oh, this isn't going to work. I'm not getting paid. A lot of my internships I did before I actually got up to, well, the part I am in my career now. I did most of those works for free, or I did it for, a smaller price because I really wasn't worried about that. I was worried about the end goal.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, you have to worry about the end goal and worry about if you really want to make your passion work, you can't just give up on it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's
I
one thing
like
I
that.
really tell
Well, you really gave us a good price though.
them. Of course, gotta show love.
Appreciate you for that. You gave us some love. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. So, what is the one thing, Will, that you're so proud of? What is the that one thing that makes you so proud of?
I would have to say definitely when I can help others and make them, have less stress in life, make things easier for them, or just like when I help people go to school, or when I just,
Yeah,
get good word out about people, like you're doing right now with me and all these other people that you
yeah,
interview, just making sure that the world knows that there's someone that cares at the end of the day,
yeah,
and making sure that we all know that we have at the end of the day. So
right.
that's one thing I would pretty say definitely.
Yeah, so we all have ebbs and flows, right? Ups and downs, ups and downs.
Yeah,
You kind of felt that with Black Link magazine. We have ebbs and flows.
yeah,
Everybody
definitely.
across the board has ebbs and flows. When you're in the valley and things are not going right, it's like I know for me, I'm like, I quit. And then I have people
Yeah,
like my team of writers and the people that are the good people that are around me is like, we're not quitters. Like,
that's
no,
right.
where there's a will,
Yeah,
there's a way,
definitely.
right? So when you're in your valley, because that's your ebb, right? That's your
Yeah,
low time. How do you get past it? Because we have to walk in it.
yeah, yeah. I would have to say, the way I would cope at times is basically, which isn't the most healthiest. I'm a workaholic sometimes, so I will focus mainly on, okay, how can I fix this problem?
Right.
Every day, every hour of the day, almost. That's what I'm thinking about. I can't have a normal day without fixing this problem. So that's probably the most. It's not the healthiest way, but I would say a
Right.
healthy way that I do it is probably taking a break and working on another project, and then maybe I can focus clearly when I come back to this project later on in the day.
Yeah. You're a super handsome young man. You remind me of my son. He's 20
Well,
years old.
thank you so much.
Y'all look alike. Like, I'm like, is this my son?
You are a gorgeous woman yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, you're really handsome young man. And what makes it even better, Will, is that you're so respectful and you have always been respectful.
Of
And
course.
so you're again to your parents, kudos to your parents for that. So now that you're in a position where you're wearing all kinds of hats, you've been to school, you got all this training, and you have so much knowledge to share. Where do you see yourself, say, in just 3 short years? Like, where do you want Will to be? Because I feel like, Will, you're a
Yeah.
focused person. Where is it that you want to be in 3 short years?
3 short years, I would definitely have to say I want to be at the Grammys. That's one big
Oh,
thing.
I'm coming with you. We're gonna both be
You
there.
got to come with me. I definitely
Now.
got an invitation
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, yeah. And then so once because you'll accomplish that, you will. I mean, you're a go-getter, and it feels like to me, we haven't even met in person, but I feel like I know you, and that whenever
I
you
feel the
want
same
something,
way.
you go, yeah, you go get it. So if you when you accomplish that, like we have goals, and when we reach those goals, we don't just stop there. What is
Yeah.
the ultimate thing that Will wants for his life? The ultimate.
I would say the ultimate. I have yet to figure that out. This was crazy.
Yeah,
But I
not
could say in the
crazy.
direction of towards. I'm sure you're aware of like Robert F. Smith, right? The
Yes,
philanthropist,
yes,
and yes.
yes.
So probably in a sense something like that,
Yeah, I
where I
see
could
you
just
doing
help
that.
everybody in every venue I know I could help someone. Yeah.
Wow, I see you doing that. Well, if I get to the Grammys before you get to the Grammys, you are going to come with me. I'm going to
I
take
would love that.
let you meet my circle. All right.
Definitely, I would definitely love to meet your circle. I
And
definitely love.
it's where there's a will, there's a way. So it's not impossible.
Of
And so,
course.
well, if I make it first, I'm gonna call you. We'll get your ticket.
I'm gonna get myself together.
Let's go. Get your best. Bring out your
I'm
best.
gonna like, bring out my best dress and my little
Yeah,
dad.
that's it. You still remind me of my son. That's crazy. All right. So Will, what do you want to leave with your audience? And we're going to share this. And now remember, we're also going to have you in the youth and young adult magazine. And we're
Of
going to run your story. And there's going to be a lot of youth that have eyes on this magazine. What
course.
what is the message you're giving them?
The message I'm going to give them is definitely keep pushing no matter what. Don't listen to what anybody else tells you. Don't let anybody else try to construe what you think your journey should be. And just be yourself at the end of the day. Sometimes people can hate it, but hey, love yourself at the end of the day and love what you do and make sure that you perfect your craft always. Never give up.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
And what do you think that makes your mother most proud?
I would have to say the fact that she doubted me a lot when I was growing up, and then she actually hears from people, like people in the neighborhood, tell my parents about me. They see people in the city, they like, "That's your son?" And they like, "Wow, I didn't know you did all this." So that's probably definitely
I
one
would
thing
say
that's giving her
that.
pride.
Like I would tell them they did really well. And I'm glad you said that because I did too. Like with my son, I was like, oh Lord, here we go again. Then he turns out like I'm like, oh, thank you, God.
It
So
turns out he's a blessing for real,
yeah.
for real.
So what else do you have going on, Will? So we know that you're actually at work right now. You've written for magazines. What in the music business are you that in what is it in the music business that interests you, and what do you want to perfect in that business?
I would have to definitely say, currently I'm trying to put together a tour that's coming to Detroit. It's called the Back Outside, We Outside tour. It features one of my a close associate. His name is Kane BWA, along with his gorgeous music label.
Mhm.
It's Niecy J and PBE Pluto. They'll be performing here in Detroit, and I'm actually putting together the venue, the artists, the promoters, the hosts, and everything.
Wow, Will, how do you
Like,
have time? That's
you know, got to make it happen.
we
But
do what we
I
do.
would definitely, I would definitely say though, I'm trying to more so focus on producing. I'm trying to learn how to produce and then maybe help manage artists as well. So
Yeah,
yeah, the whole
that's
variety of
that's where the money's at. Yeah, that's good.
yeah, Of
Yeah. Well, Will, I thank you so much for coming to Black Link Magazine. You're already part of the
course.
family. Thank you for coming in
No,
and being a part of the youth and young adult magazine so they can see that side of you. And so I just thank you for doing what you do and making an impact on people's lives. Like that matters. And so you should be proud of yourself. So before
thank
we
you.
go,
I am.
tell the world where they can reach you, how they can follow you on all social media sites.
Okay, well, all social media. My name is Official Will with a zero and two L's after official and Will. You can Google me the same way as well. You can reach out to me through there as well, mainly through Instagram.
Okay.
And I thank you again, Marvin. If you do need me to come back, I'm always here.
I always need you, and I will be tapping in. I might need you for some other stuff too. Will stay on before we get off. Okay, we're gonna
Okay.
go for now, you guys. But remember, thank you, Will. You guys go out and follow Official Will on Instagram. You can also reach him on Instagram in his DM. Like he responds to me. So right, Will, you respond, won't you?
I'm making a priority if I see a priority.
Yeah, that's it. So anyway, reach out to Will, follow him on all sites. Look out for the magazine that is going to be released on April the 1st. Follow us at blacklinkmag.com and on Instagram as well as Blacklink Magazine. We're going to go for now, but remember, respect yourself, respect each other. God bless.
God bless.